Steve Moran here at the NIC Conference in wonderful Nashville, Tennessee. Here with Jason Zuccari. He's one of our new content creators at Foresight, and we're going to just have a little conversation about kind of where he's going to go with the content he's going to create. So I want to actually start with who you are and what you do.
Thank you. Jason Zuccari, Hamilton Insurance. We specialize in insurance, pretty much any kind of insurance in a long-term care or senior housing community. Been in business for almost 50 years, Steve, and we were recently acquired by Aon and NFP to help spearhead the senior living long-term care practice for them. So it's been a exciting time here.
So as you look at the industry right now, what's got you most excited?
Yeah, I've really been trying to find things that intersect with our industry that brings a lot of excitement and passion and positive energy to the space. And, you attended some of our events. We brought in, a lot of comedians and athletes and actors and high profile people that are being impacted by memory care and Alzheimer's, right? And direct. And so for me, that's been the crossroads, in my time of my life, is I'm trying to find more purpose in what we're doing, Steve. And so when we talk about what we're trying to do here with, our content creation and things that we're trying to build, I want to find a way to be able to showcase that to the industry of, we don't always get all of the fanfare that other industries get. And so being able to showcase the work that everybody in our industry does day in and day out to take care of our elderly and people with memory care and behavioral issues is something that I think is, memorable.
I love that so much. When you look at the industry, so it's not perfect, right? So where are the areas that you think we have the greatest opportunity to get better?
Yeah. Well, I think that we've been seeing it as the industry is going to move more towards active adult, right? We're trying to figure out ways to engage the aging population to essentially age in place and socialization. I mean, that's always been the, besides, take the healthcare piece out of it, right? And moving into this hospitality creating places where people want to come to live. And then evolving with, what the boomers may want something different than the past 2 decades. And I think a lot of operators and people that are trying to reshape some of their communities are really developing some world-class. I mean, you look at the Mather as a perfect example. I mean, they've done an incredible job. I live in McLean, Virginia, right outside DC, and it's probably one of the nicest buildings in general, let alone a senior housing CCRC that I've ever seen. I mean, I would move in there. I mean, it looks like the nicest condo building in town. And so I think that, I believe, is part of the future. And then I think there's a big space for middle market. I mean, look what Priority Life Care has been doing with middle market and really creating value in some of these regions. It's awesome. Yeah.
So one of the things you sort of touched on is something I've been kind of thinking about is I'm not sure we're spending enough time having fun in senior living.
Yeah.
How do we get that? How do we get more fun in the industry?
Yeah. I mean, see, we went through there was a couple of hard few years with the pandemic. And prior to that, we come to cities like this and there was a lot of excitement. I think that, one thing that we did, we hosted an event that Jason Dopoulos used to host prior to the pandemic where it was a late night party. And we tried to do that last night. We collaborated with a few other groups on it. And I think bringing people just together in general, like people are so laser focused through the pandemic, and now I think trying to come out on the other side and finding time to be together with people and sharing time with one another, and whether it's competitors or vendors or everybody just kind of coming together in a positive light, I think is a great step for the industry.
Well, I think that being here, clearly the mood is very positive. But it's also a little bit like a bunch of horses wanting at the starting gate, wanting to get out the gate and go run a bigger, better, faster race that's being held back primarily by interest rates right now, right? Absolutely. And so I think we're on the verge of some really exciting things. So I'm super, super excited about the content you're going to be creating, the people you're going to interview, the stories they're going to tell, and just listening to their dreams for the industry and how ultimately we're changing the world for people, right?
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I think we're going to have some really fun, candid conversations that we don't always get, and hopefully be able to bring some of these, kind of behind the scenes conversations that we've had that are fun and interesting stories with the industry to the masses to be able to hear about.
Yeah. Oh, we actually recorded it with Bill Pettit. I sort of will tease leave it with who he interviewed, but two veterans in the industry who've been through a lot, who've seen a lot, and I was, of course, behind the camera, which is a little bit weird for me, but to just listen to them tell stories about how the industry came up and developed was really a remarkable thing. And so really that's the kind of thing you're talking about. And so I'm very excited about it. I mean, we've got some content creators that are, closer to my age, and we've got some younger people like you. And I think that, you guys are the future of the industry. So it's really exciting.
Oh, thanks.
So
awesome. Appreciate it. Looking forward to it.